Greetings, people of intellect. This is my book review of 10% Happier by Dan Harris. It's interesting how this book came to my attention. It was actually as I was listening to a radio station driving home from work, and I found it interesting that a hip-hop radio station was talking about a meditation book. But I remembered the name of the book long enough to write it down when I got home, and when I listened to the book, it was about the journey of one man, Dan Harris, an ABC news anchor, and how he, through a series of events or covering news stories, he demystified for himself, and then of course by writing the book for others, how the benefits of meditation. And I love the fact that it starts out with this complete skeptical view of meditation as this hocus pocus Eastern philosophy, and then he begins to strip it from its metaphysics, from its karma and reincarnation and shaving your head and wearing robes, and just focus on the core of meditation, which is a way to pause the mind and to kind of calm the relentless voices in our head. Whether we know it or not, that voice in our head is constantly running, bringing up random thoughts and whatnot, and the more you can organize that, the more you can make conscious decisions. And so that's one of the main themes of this book, is becoming more conscious. And ironically, after reading this or like absorbing the content of the book, I no longer listen to the radio. I no longer listen to music, other than the exception of when I work out, which serves as an incentive for me to work out whenever I want to listen to music. But instead of just filling that void with some distraction, whether it be looking at my phone or like silence and like, I no longer feel bored or whatnot. I like when I'm driving, I feel I remind myself to be conscious. Like, instead of turning on the radio or doing something else and getting bored in traffic, for example, I realize that I just become conscious of my existence, and it feels beautiful. And anyway, there's three main points that this book gets across. One is meditation, which is pausing what's known as the monkey mind, which is the randomness of the mind, and creating direction. Two, it talks about this concept of respond, not react. And that is a huge point in the book, is constantly we responsively or reflexively respond to something, and reflexively react to something. And instead of doing that, we can respond to it, like something happens, understand it from a conscious point of view, not just randomly or reflexively react. So I think that's a really beautiful thing. Like, for example, anger. When someone makes you angry, you sometimes reflexively react instead of take time to understand and then create a conscious thought, create a conscious action in your head, and then decide whether or not you should do it, and then go ahead and respond, not react. The third point that it gets across, which I really needed to really grasp, is impermanence. The concept of letting go, the concept of fully enjoying and immersing yourself in an experience, knowing that it will not last. And that has been one of the hardest things for me to accept. And this book has kind of been a small bridge into the world of meditation for me. And I am definitely more conscious in my days. I'm not a yogi meditation yet, but I will say that this is going to lead me to further meditation books. And I've whether people know this about me or not, I'm a very, very spiritual person. And I want to tap into my mind. I want to explore my mind, and this has been a wonderful, wonderful introduction to the world of consciousness and awareness. And I look forward to reading more meditation books and becoming more aware of just existing.